You may not notice it at first. One day, the print on the medicine bottle seems just a little smaller. A few weeks later, the street signs don't look as clear, especially when the sun begins to set. And before long, the evening news on TV, you're squinting, even though your glasses are right where they always are. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't scream for attention. But it's there, slowly, quietly changing how you see the world. And here's what many people over 60 don't realize. Your eyes age faster than you think, especially the delicate tissues behind your eyes, the retina, the macula, and the tiny blood vessels that feed them. Once those parts begin to weaken, you don't just lose clarity. You lose sharpness, color contrast, depth, and even your night vision. But the real danger, most people wait until their vision gets bad enough to affect their life before they start doing anything about it. And by then, the damage is already done. So let me ask you something simple and be honest with yourself. When was the last time you did something to support your eye health? Not your glasses prescription, not artificial tears, but the inside of your eyes, your retina, your optic nerve, and the circulation that feeds them. If you're like most seniors I've talked to, it's been a while, and it's not your fault. We're told to get checkups, take care of our heart, our bones, even our memory. But our eyes, they're often forgotten until they fail us. Well, today we're going to change that. Because the truth is, there are certain foods, simple natural foods, that can nourish your eyes from the inside out. I'm talking about powerful vision-supporting nutrients found in everyday foods that protect your retina, reduce inflammation, and support the tiny capillaries that feed your eye tissue. You don't need expensive pills. You don't need laser surgery. You just need the right nutrition consistently. That's what this video is all about. But before we dive in, let me check in with you for a moment. How have your eyes been feeling lately? Do you wake up with blurry vision that takes time to clear? Do you notice halos around lights when driving at night? Or maybe your eyes just feel tired. If any of this sounds familiar, go ahead and leave a comment that says, "I feel it." You're not alone, and it's nothing to be ashamed of. This channel, Better Health, is here for seniors like you. We share practical science-backed strategies to help you stay mobile, independent, and strong, especially when it comes to preserving your quality of life. So if protecting your vision matters to you, hit the like button and consider subscribing. We've got more than just eye health coming your way, from stronger legs to better sleep, sharper memory, and more. Now back to your eyes. Let me paint a quick picture. Imagine walking outside tomorrow morning. The sky is a brilliant blue. The leaves have that deep green shimmer still fresh from the morning dew. You blink, and everything feels clear, crisp, and focused. There's no haze, no glare, no strange fuzzy spots in your lower vision. You don't have to rub your eyes or reach for drops. You just see. That kind of clarity isn't just possible, it's within reach. But only if you support the entire eye system from the inside. Because what many people don't realize is, your eyes are connected to your brain, your blood flow, your nervous system, and even your gut health. When you eat the right foods, you're not just helping your eyeballs, you're supporting the entire system that keeps your vision alive. That's why in today's video, we're going to reveal the top 3 foods that help protect your eyes, and retina foods that fight oxidative stress, support circulation, and even boost the nutrients inside your macula. And here's the best part. They're not exotic, they're not expensive, and you might already have one of them in your fridge right now. We're going to walk through each food carefully, why it matters, what it does for your eyes, and how to add it to your routine. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear, simple plan to feed your vision, not just today, but for years to come. All right, let's open our eyes to what's really possible. Let's take a closer look, starting with the surprising nutrient many seniors are missing. That's quietly draining the strength from your retina. 1. Blueberries. They were always her favorite. Every Sunday morning, Helen would sprinkle a handful on her oatmeal, just like she had for decades. Sweet, tart, and simple. But she never realized those tiny berries were doing more than just adding flavor. Last winter, she noticed something strange. The road signs on her drive to church started to blur. Reading at night became harder, and the glare from headlights made her squint until her eyes watered. At first, she thought it was just fatigue. But when her doctor explained what was really happening, that her retina was slowly breaking down due to age, it hit her hard. "You're not blind," he said, "but your macula, the part that helps you see clearly, is thinning." She left that appointment afraid and determined. That's when she dug into everything she could find about food and eye health. And blueberries kept showing up again and again. What she discovered changed everything. These little fruits weren't just healthy, they were protectors, loaded with anthocyanins, antioxidants that help shield the retina from oxidative stress. Studies showed they could even support blood flow to the eyes, helping deliver oxygen and nutrients where it matters most. So Helen didn't just eat them anymore. She trusted them. Every morning that bowl of blueberries became more than breakfast. It became her quiet way of fighting back. And now 8 months later, her vision hasn't just stabilized, it's clearer, sharper, and stronger than she ever expected. Blueberries aren't just a sweet fruit. They're one of the most powerful tools nature gives us to protect aging eyes, especially the retina. The secret lies in their deep blue color. That color comes from anthocyanins, natural plant compounds that act like bodyguards for your eyes. These antioxidants have been shown in studies to reduce oxidative stress in the retina. And that matters because oxidative stress is one of the main causes of age-related macular degeneration, or AMD, the leading cause of vision loss in seniors. In one study from Japan, elderly participants who consumed anthocyanin-rich foods like blueberries showed improved visual function, especially in low-light conditions. Their eyes adapted faster in the dark, and glare sensitivity decreased. But that's not all. Blueberries also support microcirculation, the tiny blood vessels in your eyes that bring oxygen and nutrients to the retina. Better circulation means better eye nourishment and a stronger defense against damage. They're also a good source of vitamin C and vitamin K, both of which help reduce inflammation and support eye tissue repair. Even the National Eye Institute has explored the role of antioxidants, like those in blueberries, for long-term eye health. So when you eat a handful of blueberries, you're not just snacking. You're feeding your retina the tools it needs to stay strong. It's a small choice, but for aging eyes, it makes a big difference. But here's the part most people miss. Just eating blueberries isn't always enough. In fact, many seniors eat them the wrong way and end up losing most of the benefits. Let me explain. Blueberries are powerful when they're fresh or frozen shortly after harvest. But when they're cooked into pies, mixed with sugar, or blended into heavily sweetened yogurts, their anthocyanin levels drop fast. Heat and added sugars can destroy the very antioxidants your eyes need. And here's another mistake. Portion size. Some folks think a few blueberries on a pancake is plenty. But for therapeutic eye benefits, you need at least half a cup a day consistently. That's when the antioxidants build up in your system and start protecting your retina over time. Also, timing matters. If you take vitamin C supplements or drink orange juice with your blueberries, it can actually compete with anthocyanin absorption. So it's best to eat them alone as a morning snack or sprinkle them on plain yogurt or oatmeal with no added sugar. It's a small shift in how you eat them, but it can unlock a much bigger benefit, especially for your vision. Because when it comes to protecting your eyes, it's not just what you eat, it's how you eat it that makes the difference. So what's the simplest way to make blueberries work for your eyes? Start with this. Every morning, take a small bowl about half a cup and fill it with fresh or frozen blueberries. That's your daily eye tonic. No prep, no cooking. Just rinse and eat. If you like something more, filling, add them to plain Greek yogurt. No sugar, no flavors, or sprinkle them on unsweetened oatmeal. Want to take it up a notch? Add a few crushed walnuts or chia seeds, both rich in omega-3s and fiber to support circulation to your eyes. Now, what if blueberries are out of season? Or they're just too expensive? Here's a great replacement. Black currants, if you can find them, actually contain even more anthocyanins than blueberries. And if those aren't available, look for bilberries or purple grapes with seeds. But always check the sugar content. Dried blueberries or juices might seem healthy, but they're often loaded with sugar and stripped of the antioxidants your eyes truly need. So stick to simple. Stick to fresh or frozen. Because that half cup a day, it could be the quietest, most powerful protection your retinas receive without needing a single pill. And once this becomes part of your routine, you'll start noticing it not just in your eyes, but in your clarity, your focus, and your confidence. 2 carrots. A food so simple, so ordinary, it almost feels too humble to make a difference. But do you remember being told as a child, "Eat your carrots, they're good for your eyes"? Turns out, that old saying holds more truth than we ever gave it credit for. And for many seniors today, it's not just childhood advice, it's a second chance. Like Mr. Howard, 73. He hadn't noticed the changes at first. A little more glare on the road when driving home at dusk. More squinting at the TV. A harder time reading those tiny labels on his medication bottles. He chalked it up to just getting old. Until one night, walking into the kitchen, he misjudged the step, missed the edge, and stumbled into the counter. No injury, thankfully, but the scare, that shook him. He realized then that the fading vision wasn't just inconvenient, it was becoming dangerous. And when he went in for an eye checkup, the doctor told him, "Your retina's thinning. The rods, the ones responsible for low-light vision, are struggling. You need more vitamin A. Fast." That's when carrots came back into his life. Not as a snack, but as a daily prescription from nature. Because these bright orange roots don't just protect your retina, they help you see in the dark, adapt to shadows, and stay safe with every step you take. Carrots are rich in beta-carotene, a plant pigment your body converts into vitamin A. And vitamin A isn't just a nutrient for general health. It's absolutely essential for retinal function. Here's why. Inside your eye, especially in the retina, there are special cells called rods and cones. Rods help you see in low-light conditions like at dusk in dim rooms or during nighttime walks. When your body lacks vitamin A, these rods begin to break down. That's why the first sign of deficiency isn't blurry text. It's difficulty seeing clearly when the lights are low. Beta-carotene acts like a shield and repair crew. It strengthens the eye's protective surface, improves night vision, and slows the degeneration of retinal tissue. But there's more. Carrots also contain lutein, another antioxidant found directly in the macula, the central part of the retina responsible for detail and sharpness. Lutein helps filter harmful blue light, the same kind that comes from sunlight, phones, and TVs, all of which speed up aging in the eyes. So while carrots won't magically fix glasses-level vision loss, they absolutely support retinal health, especially in aging eyes, and when consumed regularly, even just half a cup a day, they help restore the nutrients your vision depends on most. So how do you actually get the most out of carrots without getting bored? The great news is carrots are incredibly versatile. They're easy to find, easy to prepare, and they pair well with both sweet and savory meals. For raw intake, you don't need much. Just 1 medium carrot a day, or even half a cup of shredded carrot, can give your body the beta-carotene and lutein it needs to support your eyes. But there's a twist many people don't know. Carrots are actually better absorbed when cooked. Gently steaming or roasting carrots helps break down their tough cell walls, releasing more beta-carotene into your digestive system. And here's the key. Vitamin A is fat-soluble, which means your body needs a little bit of healthy fat to absorb it properly. So next time you roast carrots, drizzle them with olive oil, or serve them with a small piece of avocado or a boiled egg. Even adding a spoonful of hummus to raw carrot sticks can help unlock their full power. For smoothies, throw in some steamed carrots with mango or orange for a naturally sweet vision-supporting blend. You don't need fancy recipes or expensive supplements. Just smart combinations and consistency. Because when you make carrots a small part of your daily rhythm, your eyes can start to feel sharper, calmer, and more protected from the inside out. So here's the takeaway. Carrots are more than just a childhood snack or a crunchy salad topping. They're a daily shield quietly protecting your retina, improving night vision, and fighting off the oxidative stress that sneaks in with age. But now let's turn our attention to something even more surprising. Because while carrots help your eyes stay sharp from the outside in, the next food on our list works deeper. It doesn't just protect, it restores. Especially for seniors who already feel their eyesight slipping, who've noticed more glare when driving at night, or who find themselves reaching for brighter lamps just to read the paper. This food goes to the root cause: inflammation, oxidative stress, and nutrient depletion at the cellular level. And what makes it powerful is how underestimated it is. You'll rarely hear an eye doctor talk about it, yet it has one of the highest concentrations of eye protective pigments found in nature. It's not a fruit, it's not a vegetable, but it may be the missing link your retina has been asking for all along. Stick with me, because in just a moment, we'll explore this deep red powerhouse, and why it may become the single most important thing you add to your diet this year. Let's talk about beetroot. 3. Beetroot. It's not the most glamorous food on the shelf. Some seniors pass it in the produce aisle without a second glance. Others remember it from childhood, that deep red color staining their plate, a flavor that took some getting used to. But for one man in Oregon, beetroot became his quiet miracle. Martin, 73, had been struggling with his eyesight for years. He couldn't drive at night anymore. The glare from headlights made him anxious, even dangerous behind the wheel. Reading the morning paper became a chore. He started carrying a magnifier. Then one day, his daughter brought him a jar of pickled beets from the local farmer's market. "You should try these," she said. "They're good for circulation." He didn't think much of it, but he added a few slices to his lunch that week. By the second week, he noticed something. His eyes felt less strained. His vision during the evening hours clearer. No miracle, no sudden fix, but a real noticeable change. Later, his doctor explained what was happening. Beets are rich in natural nitrates compounds that improve blood flow, not just to the heart, but to the eyes. Better circulation meant more oxygen to the retina. And more oxygen. That's exactly what aging eyes need to fight off damage and stay strong. Martin still eats beets every week. And today he reads the paper without a magnifier. All because of one simple food that almost no one talks about. Let's take a closer look at what makes beetroot so powerful, especially for your eyes. First, the star compound nitrates. When you eat beets, these natural nitrates are converted in your body into nitric oxide, a molecule that helps relax and widen blood vessels. This means better circulation. And not just in your legs or heart, but in the tiny, delicate blood vessels of your retina. For seniors, this is critical. As we age, blood flow to the eyes often decreases. That's one reason why our night vision fades, or why we get that dull, blurry feeling in the evening. Studies have shown that increased nitric oxide levels can improve oxygen delivery to the optic nerve and retina areas most vulnerable to age-related degeneration. But beetroot doesn't stop there. It's also packed with beta-cyanins, the pigments that give beets their deep red color. These compounds are powerful antioxidants. They help fight oxidative stress in the eyes, one of the main causes of vision decline over time. Add in a dose of vitamin C, folate, and magnesium, and you have a nutrient-dense vegetable that supports overall vascular and cellular health. And here's the best part. These benefits come from real food, not from a supplement bottle. A few slices of beetroot each week can help nourish your vision at the source, improving blood flow, calming inflammation, and protecting your precious retina from silent decline. Now, let's talk about how to use beetroot the right way without overcomplicating things. Because here's what often happens. People hear that beets are healthy, so they buy canned slices or sugary beet juices, thinking they're doing their eyes a favor. But that's not where the magic is. To truly benefit from beetroot's vision-protecting powers, you want it fresh or gently cooked not drowned in syrup or hidden in sweetened blends. One of the simplest ways: roasted beets. Slice them thin, drizzle with olive oil, sprinkle a pinch of sea salt, then roast at low heat until soft. You'll keep the flavor, the color, and most of the nitrates intact. Another great option: beet smoothies, but make sure you're using raw or lightly steamed beet chunks. Pair them with berries, Greek yogurt, or even a banana. You'll get a double dose of eye-friendly nutrients, plus a gentle natural sweetness. And here's something else many seniors love: beetroot and spinach salad. The nitrates in beetroot work in harmony with the nitrates, and lutein in spinach, boosting blood flow and protecting the retina at the same time. Just remember, a little goes a long way. 2 to 3 servings per week is enough to make a difference, especially when you eat them consistently as part of a bigger plan to restore your eye health naturally. Because when it comes to your vision, every small intentional choice adds up. So why did we choose beetroot as one of the top 3 foods to protect your eyes and retina? Because it's one of the few natural foods that improves blood flow to the tiny, delicate vessels behind your eyes, where damage often begins. You see, your retina relies on a steady stream of oxygen and nutrients. When circulation slows down, whether from age, high blood pressure, or inflammation, your eyesight begins to fade. That's where beetroot shines. Its high nitrate content converts into nitric oxide in your body, which helps dilate blood vessels, reduce pressure, and enhance microcirculation, especially in sensitive areas like the retina. But that's not all. Beets are also rich in betalains, which are natural pigments that fight inflammation. That's especially important for older adults dealing with dry eyes, light sensitivity, or early macular degeneration. And unlike supplements that target only one pathway, beetroot supports multiple aspects of eye health at once: circulation, inflammation, and antioxidant protection. It's also affordable, easy to prepare, and well tolerated by most seniors, even those with digestive sensitivity. In short, we chose beetroot because it works. Not as a miracle cure, but as a gentle, consistent ally in the fight to preserve your sight naturally and without side effects. When added to your week just a few times, it can be the quiet difference your eyes have been waiting for. It's easy to take your eyes for granted. You open them each morning, glance out the window, pour a cup of coffee, read a headline, greet a familiar face. And yet, behind those small daily moments is a quiet truth. Your eyes, those 2 small organs, carry your connection to the world. They help you recognize your grandchild's smile, see the sidewalk clearly as you walk down the street, notice when your friend is waving at you from across the room. But as the years pass, those simple moments can begin to fade. The colors don't feel as sharp. The light feels too bright. And reading becomes more tiring than joyful. You may have told yourself it's just part of aging. And yes, some changes are natural. But some can be slowed, even reversed. And it doesn't always take big medicine or risky treatments. Sometimes it starts with your plate. Today you've walked through 3 simple foods that offer real support for your eyes and your retina. And if you've made it this far in the video, that tells me something important. You're not here by accident. You care about your health. You're willing to learn to adjust, to take back control one bite at a time. So if this message resonates with you, if you've felt seen, supported, or inspired today, go ahead and tap that like button. It helps this message reach other seniors just like you who may be searching for clarity, for comfort, or simply for hope. And if you haven't subscribed yet, consider joining us here at Better Health. We create every video with one purpose: to help older adults stay strong, independent, and well-informed with natural, science-backed tips that actually make life better. So until next time, take care of your plate, take care of your eyes, and most of all, take care of yourself, because the world is still full of beauty, and you deserve to see every bit of it clearly.